Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivara Dari Gopijana Vallabha Girivara Dari Yashodanandana Brajadana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajadana Ranjana Jamuna Chihiravana Chari Yamuna Tiravana Chari Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hari Könnt ihr vielleicht die Tür zumachen? Der Alarm wird dann nicht wieder ausgelöst werden. Ja, 5. Ich hab's hier. Wäre schön, mach's nicht besser. Und auf Deutsch, wenn es geht. Für die deutsche Übersetzung. Shishi Palat Lakshmi Singari. Ja, merci. Und für Englisches kommt noch, ja? Danke, merci. Meine Güte. Entschuldigung, sorry that I'm late and make all of you wait. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militang Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. We're reading in the fifth chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam and chapter 18 entitled The Prayers of the Inhabitants of Jambudvip, text number 9. Svastyastu Vishvasya Kala Prasidatam Svastyastu Vishvasya Kala Prasidatam Yayantu Bhutani Shivam Midodiya Dhyayantu Bhutani Shivam Mitodiya Manashabatrang Bhajatat Adokchaje Manashabatrang Bhajatat Adokchaje Avishyatam no matirapya ituki Avishyatam no matirapya ituki Svastyastu Visvasya Kala Prasidatam Dhyayantu Bhutani Shivam Mitodiya Manashabatrang Bhajatat Adokshaje Avishyatam no matirapya haituki Stu Vishvasya Kala Prasidatam Yayantu Bhutani Shivam Mitodiya Manashtabhatra Adokshaje Avishtatam no Matir Apyaituki Svastyashtu Visvasya Kala Prasidatam Dhyayantu Bhutani Shivam Mitodiya Manashtabatrang Bhajatat Adokshaje Avishtatam no Matir Apyaituki Svastyastu Vishvasya Kala Prasidatam Dhyayantu Bhutani Shivam Yatomiya Manashabatrang Bhajatat Adokshaje Avishyatam no Matir Apyaituki. Madhajis, please. Svastyastu Vishvasya Kala Prasidatam Dhyayantu Bhutani Shivam Mitodiya Manashabatrang Bhajatat Adokshaje Dhyayantu no Matir Apyaituki. Manashabatrang Bhajatat Adokshaje Avishyatam no matirapyaituki Sidatam Dhyayantu Bhutani Shivang Mithodaya Manashtabatrang Bhajata Darakshati No Matyar Apyahai Tuki. Ihr braucht dieses Buch für die deutsche Übersetzung, ne? Genau, okay, die große Entscheidung wieder. Wer spricht kein Englisch? And who does not understand German? So, maybe I could have it for a moment. Danke. 5:18:9, okay. Swasti, auspiciousness, Astu, let there be, Vishvasya, of the entire universe, Kala, the envious, in brackets, almost everyone, Prasidatam, let them be pacified. Dhyayantu, let them consider. Bhutani, all the living entities. Shivam, auspiciousness. Mitha, mutual. Tiya, by their intelligence. Mana, the mind. Cha, and. Bhadram, calmness. Bhajatat, let it experience. Adokshaje, in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is beyond the perception of mind, intelligence, and senses. Avishyatam, let it be absorbed. Na, our. Mati, intelligence. Api, indeed. Ahaituki, without any motive. Translation. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. Mein sorry. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga. For by accepting devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the Supreme Transcendence, Lord Shri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought of Him. Purport. The following verse describes a Vaishnava. Vangshakalpatarubhyas cha kripas sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Just like a desire tree, a Vaishnava can fulfill all the desires of anyone who takes shelter of his lotus feet. Prahlad Maharaj is a typical Vaishnava. He prays not for himself, but for all living entities, the gentle, the envious, and the mischievous. He always thought of the welfare of mischievous persons, like his father, Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad Maharaj did not ask for anything for himself. Rather, he prayed for the Lord to excuse his demoniac father. This is the attitude of a Vaishnava, who always thinks of the welfare of the entire universe. Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Dharma are meant for persons who are completely free of envy. Paramani Matsaranam. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj prays in this verse, Kala Prasidatam. May all the envious persons be pacified. The material world is full of envious persons, but if one frees himself of envy, he becomes liberal in his social dealings and can think of others' welfare. Anyone who takes up Krishna consciousness and engages himself completely in the service of the Lord. Anyone who takes up Krishna consciousness and engages himself completely in the service of the Lord cleanses his mind of all envy. Manashtapadrang bhajatat adokshate. Therefore we should pray to Lord Narasimha Dev to sit in our hearts. We should pray, Bahe Narasimha Hridaye Narasimha. Let Lord Narasimha Dev sit in the core of my heart, killing all my bad propensities. Let my mind become clean so that I may peacefully worship the Lord and bring peace to the entire world. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has given us a very fine purport in this regard. Whenever one offers a prayer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one always requests some benediction from him. Even pure Nishkama devotees pray for some benediction, as instructed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Shikshashtaka. Ainanda tanuja kinkarang patitang mam vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tava pada pankaja stita duli sadrishang vichintaya. O son of Maharaj Nanda, Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from the ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. In another prayer, Lord Chaitanya says, Mama janmani janmanishvari bhavadat bhaktir ahaituki tvai. Life after life, kindly let me have unalloyed love and devotion at your Lordship's lotus feet. When Prahlad Maharaj chants Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya, he prays for a benediction from the Lord. But because he is also an exalted Vaishnava, he wants nothing for his personal sense gratification. The first desire expressed in his prayer is Swastyastu Vishwasya. Let there be good fortune throughout the entire universe. Prahlad Maharaj thus requested the Lord to be merciful to everyone, including his father, a most envious person. According to Chanakya Pandit, there are two kinds of envious living entities. One is a snake and the other is the man like Hiranyakashipu, who is by nature envious of everyone, even of his father or son. Hiranyakashipu was envious of his little son Prahlad, but Prahlad Maharaj asked a benediction for the benefit of his father. Hiranyakashipu was very envious of devotees, but Prahlad wished that his father and other demons like him would give up their envious nature by the grace of the Lord and stop harassing the devotees. Kala prasidatam. The difficulty is that the kala, envious living entity, is rarely pacified. One kind of kala, the snake, can be pacified simply by mantras or by the action of a particular herb. Mantrausha divasha sarpa kalakina nivaryate. An envious person, however, cannot be pacified by any means. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj prays that all envious persons may undergo a change of heart and think of the welfare of others. If the Krishna consciousness movement spreads all over the world, and if by the grace of Krishna everyone accepts it, the thinking of envious people will change. Everyone will think of the welfare of others. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj prays, Shivang mithodhiya. In material activities, everyone is envious of others, but in Krishna consciousness, no one is envious of anyone else. Everyone thinks of the welfare of others. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj prays that everyone's mind may become gentle by being fixed at the lotus feet of Krishna. Bhajatat adokshaje. As indicated elsewhere in Srimad Bhagavatam, Savaimana Krishna Padara Vindayo, and as advised by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, 1865, Manmana Bhava Mat Bhakta, one should constantly think of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Then one's mind will certainly be cleansed. Chetodarpana marjanam. Materialists always think of sense gratification. But Prahlad Maharaj prays that the Lord's mercy will change their minds and they will stop thinking of sense gratification. If they think of Krishna always, everything will be all right. Some people argue that if everyone thought of Krishna in that way, the whole universe would be vacated because everyone would go back home, back to Godhead. However, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that this is impossible because the living entities are innumerable. If one set of living entities is actually delivered by the Krishna consciousness movement, another set will fill the entire universe. Svastyashcha visvasya kala prasidatang yayantu bhutani shivang mithodhiya manashabadrang bhajata tadokshaje avishtatang no matyarapyahaituki. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga. For by accepting devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the Supreme Transcendence, Lord Shri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought of Him. This is a wonderful prayer of Prahlad Maharaj. He started his prayers to the Lord with this also very famous verse, Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya, Namaste Jastejasi. Prahlad Maharaj, as a pure devotee, he asks the Lord not for anything for himself. Lord Nrsimhadev, he offered Prahlad Maharaj any benediction he could desire. Lord Nrsimhadev expressed it. He told Maharaj, if you have any desire, please tell me. But Prahlad Maharaj said, oh my Lord, I'm not a businessman that I offer devotional service to you so that I may get something from you. And then Prahlad Maharaj said, my only desire, the only blessing I would like to have from you is that you may deliver my father, Hiranyakashipu, who gave so much stress to the entire universe. Hiranyakashipu, we can see in this photo, he was most powerful by his performance of the most difficult yoga asana, standing on the tips of the toes and reaching with the hands up into the air. He was standing for unimaginable long time, for a long time, so that the ants, that the termites ate up the flesh of his body, and by his pure willpower he remained standing there as a skeleton. And Brahma, he was very much impressed by this performance, and he came to offer him this any benediction. And Hiranyakashipu, he was not like Prahlad Maharaj. We know his famous list of desires. First, I would like to become immortal. He was afraid, like everybody who identifies himself with his body. Hiranyakashipu, he was afraid of death. Krishna, in the form of Varaha, had killed his brother Hiranyaksha. So he had experienced that even most powerful persons can be killed. So, and he wanted to become immortal. And Brahma said, I cannot give you immortality. I don't have him. I myself, I'm not immortal. And then Prabhupada said in a very roundabout way, Hiranyakashipu, he wanted to get in an indirect way the blessing of becoming immortal, and then I wanted the blessing that I'm not be killed by any demigod. Brahma tatastu. Get it? You get it. I like to have the blessing to not be killed by any human being. Tatastu. I like the blessing to not be killed by any animal. And the whole list. I like the blessing to not be killed by anything, neither living nor dead. He got all these blessings, so then he thought he was immortal, and he started to terrorize the whole universe. The demigods, they had to serve him. One devotee, I don't remember, in the class, he said, Indra was standing in the kitchen cutting the vegetables. The demigods, they were suppressed by him. They were afraid of his immense power, of his seeming immortality. And Hiranyakashipu, he identified so much. He identified with his body so much that he made the people worship him as the supreme personality of Godhead. They made statues of him and worshipped him as the supreme person. And he was able, by his immense power, to change the actions of karma. He arranged that if somebody performed something pious, he would get a bad result. And if somebody performed something impious, something mischievous, some rascal activities, he would get a good would get good karma. So the demons, they became very fortunate. They got all the blessings, and the pious persons, the devotees, they were, harassed by all kinds of unfortunate circumstances. If Hiranyakashipu wanted something immediately, he said, 24 degrees. The whole universe was 24 degrees. Like this. He was so powerful that he became completely mad. He was mad already, born mad, and stayed mad. He was so powerful that, power corrupts, you say, as the saying too. And he became completely corrupted. He became so much corrupted that he became envious of his small son. Prahlad Maharaj, in the womb of his mother, he had heard the Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna Katha, that Narada Muni spoke to his mother. And he remembered everything. And he became a pure devotee in the womb of his mother. And when he grew up, when he came to school, he started preaching to his classmates, and his teachers, they became conscious of this, and they went to his father to to protest, like they do nowadays also. They go to the parents to tell your child did something, and went to Hiranyakashipu. Your son, Prahlad, he is teaching his fellow classmates about worshipping Vishnu, our devout enemy. And Hiranyakashipu, he got mad. Vishnu, he had killed his brother. And he hated him like anything, because he was a demon, and also because his brother had been killed by Vishnu. And he started hating his son. Why do you worship Vishnu, the enemy of our family? How can you do this? Our greatest enemy. Stop this. Where did you get this from? Have there been any Vaishnavas here in this temple? Prahlad Maharaj, he said, no, nobody has been here. I just know this. I know that Vishnu is God. You are not God. And Hiranyakashipu, he did not appreciate. Prahlad Maharaj, he was persecuted. We have these nice pictures that were made under the supervision of Srila Prabhupada. Prahlad Maharaj was tortured in so many ways. Hiranyakashipu, when he could not change Prahlad's mind, he told his servants to attack his small little son. Prahlad Maharaj, he could just walk around and he could just speak something. But still, his own father became so envious of him that he told his servants to attack Prahlad Maharaj with weapons. But because Prahlad was constantly thinking of Krishna, the weapons could not harm him. They could not do anything to him. Hiranyakashipu was angry that they were not able to kill his little son. So he thought of all kinds of means to kill a small child. He said, okay, if you're not able to kill him, then throw him in front of this mad elephant who kills everybody who comes near him. throw him there in front of that animal, in front of this elephant. They did it, and as soon as the elephant saw Prahlad thrown before him, his mind, his consciousness changed, and he picked up Prahlad and put him on his neck, like Prahlad Maharaj. Immediately he liked him very much. And Prahlad Maharaj enjoyed it, he had his fun. And the servants came and brought him back. The elephant did not kill him. Okay, then throw him in the snake pit. They did this. Same thing. The snakes, they liked Prahlad. They did not kill him. Then the next picture we see, then bring him to this cliff and throw him down onto the rocks. They tried that. So, Prahlad, come with us, we will go to the mountain. And Prahlad Maharaj, he did not mind. And they brought him there. So, look down there. And then they threw him down. And Prahlad Maharaj, he was falling. And he was always thinking of Krishna, still thinking of Krishna, and down on the at the bottom of the earth. Krishna was waiting, and he caught him in his hands, with his lotus hands. In the Bhagavatam is described that Prahlad Maharaj, he was always embraced by Govinda. Govinda Parirambita. I found this so impressive. Govinda Parirambita. Prahlad Maharaj was such a pure devotee that Krishna always embraced him. Krishna was always around him, was always near him. Krishna was taking care of him like a real father. And sometimes Prahlad did not see Krishna. Then he started to cry like a child when the mother is gone, starts to cry. But then Krishna appeared again, and Prahlad Maharaj was very happy. He started singing, praising the Lord. And he was always absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. Krishna was always near him. And then at this moment, Krishna was there. Shri Prahlad Lakshmani Singhadev Ki Jai. Krishna was there to catch him in his arms. So Prahlad was saved again. Hiranyakashipu, still he was not satisfied. Still he was, his mind did not change. He was still envious of his little son. Let's kill him somehow. One day, his heart softened a little. He was sitting on his throne, enjoying life, as far as demon can enjoy life. Prahlad Maharaj came in, and Hiranyakashipu, so Prahlad, come here, sit on my lap. Oh, cute little boy. So, how was it in school? What was the best thing you learned in school? Oh, wrong question. Prahlad Maharaj, he had learned in school. He said, oh, the best thing I learned in school is, what did he tell? Huh? What did Prahlad Maharaj? Yes. Prahlad Maharaj told his father, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam. These are the 9 processes of devotional service. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. And Hiranyakashipu, his mood changed to the opposite. And he was angry like he never had been. And he threw Prahlad Maharaj to the ground, like as if he was a poisonous, as if he was a poisonous snake. Where did you learn? Who gives you the power to, how to say, how to resist my instructions and the instructions of your good teachers? Where do you get your energy from? Prahlad Maharaj said, I said, get the energy from the same place as you. From where? From Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. And then it starts. And Hiranyakashipu got completely mad. Now I will cut off your head with my own sword. And if your so-called Vishnu is around somewhere, then he may come and protect you if he can. Where is he? Is he in this column? Yes, he's everywhere. Hiranyakashipu was so angry, he smashed with his fist against the column, and then Narasimha's roar could be heard like a very angry lion. He roared, and this roar was heard throughout the universe. The demigods, everybody thought, now this is the end of the universe. Very frightening, very horrible. And Hiranyakashipu, he also was shocked. And the column burst, and the Singadev was there. And he grabbed Hiranyakashipu like someone after a long time of fight. They were fighting for quite some time until it was neither day nor night. Exactly at the junction of the parts of the day, neither day nor night, keeping the blessing of Brahma exactly at that time. Narasimha grabbed Hiranyakashipu, put him on his lap, and killed him like a child, like somebody might kill a wasp. Grabbing him, killed him. This picture we see, quite frightening. Narasimha, he was so angry, he ripped out the heart, he ripped up the chest, he opened the chest, ripped out the heart of Hiranyakashipu and held it up so the demigods could see, he's dead, finally. And also it is that the acharyas say that Narasimha held up Hiranyakashipu's heart to glorify him. The life before, not long ago, Hiranyakashipu had been Jai, the most intimate and responsible servant of the Lord, guarding the door to Vaikuntha. He had been Jai, and by the curse he had fallen down, choosing to become a demon. They had the choice. Either Vishnu, the Lord told them, either you must fall to the material world. Either you take on 7 lives as devotees, or 3 lives as demons. And they said, well, what do we do? Okay, we like to come back as soon as possible. Only 3 lives as demons, please. And the Lord said, okay, so they came. And Prabhupada said, sometimes the Lord, he also likes to fight. Like, when you see the boys running around, they're always fighting. Also the girls, they also like to fight. Everybody likes to fight sometimes. And Prabhupada said, just like the king, he has some masters in the weapons. as sparring partners. Prabhupada said Krishna also, he likes to fight sometimes. Prabhupada said, just to keep the body fit. Krishna also likes to fight. So in this world there's nobody who can really fight with him. So he sends his most intimate servants. They are strong enough to fight with him. Hiranyakashipu was a giant, really, and Nrsimhadev appeared as a giant, and they fought for quite some time. And then finally Hiranyakashipu was killed. And although he had given so much trouble to everybody, now that he had been killed, his small son, Prahlad Maharaj, he is asking the Lord for these blessings, not just for his father, but for all the fools and rascals of this world. Actually, all of us, we are fallen into this world. We are kind of fools and rascals, falling into this world, and are very misfortunate. We are supposed to be in the spiritual world. Goloka Vrindavan would be nice. Would have been nice. It was nice for sure. We should be there. We are supposed to be there. Play with Krishna. Taking part in all his wonderful pastimes. Taking part in this loving exchanges between Krishna and all his associates, all his friends and animals and plants, all the inhabitants of Goloka Vrindavan, also of Vaikuntha, serving the Lord in awe and reverence everywhere. We are supposed to be there. We should be there. Instead, we are sitting here in a material body. Prabhupada said the immaterial body is like how do you call it? Jail uniform. Inhabitants of jails, they get certain uniforms, so when they try to run away, everybody sees, oh, a person from jail, he ran away, catch him. So we are this material body is a sign of somebody who is living in the prison of this material world. Durga means prison. All of us, we are fallen. We are supposed to serve Krishna, to be active in this special relationship to Krishna. It is that we are all individuals. I heard this sometimes from friends when they did nonsense. Prabhu, why did you buy this stuff? There are onions in it. Yeah, Prabhu, we are all individuals. No, not like this. We're all individuals means that every living entity has an individual ability to please Krishna. All of us, of all the unlimited and living entities, every one of us can do something for Krishna that nobody else can do. So Krishna is waiting for us to come back and perform our unique service to him. Everybody here, they're not inclined so much. Here around, the neighbors, they like us, they see we are harmless and doing happy that we are happy. They see the Hare Krishna people. They're harmless. In the beginning, they were quite they're keeping distance, and police came almost every day, looking up. So, everything okay? What's going on? Why did this sect come here? And now they see well, it's okay. People changed. Just some time ago, Kadamba Kanmaj, last time he was here, I made kirtan, and two people were riding a bicycle on the road, and they saw. At that time, it was not allowed to assemble in a group. What's it called? Lockdown. And we were sitting on the lawn, making a huge roaring kirtan. And they saw this, and immediately they called the police. The police came. So, everything's okay here? And the devotees, yes, sure, everything's all right, no problem. Okay, nice, okay, we go again. They changed. The people changed by association with devotees. They see that there can be something, there can be a different life. Instead of just the normal material attitude, I, me, mine. These people see that one can be happy also in a different way. They know we worship God in a, what they think a weird way, running around bed sheets, shaved heads, and you know, people, they see us as little weird. But they also see that devotees are happy. When you come to the shops, the people there, the cashiers, they are okay. They give us the good stuff. They are what they don't do for anybody else. They give the devotees as much as they want. Sometimes the devotees for festivals, they come and they buy almost the whole supply, the whole stock. Still, they give it. People who are materialists, who are envious by nature, when they are in contact with devotees, they change. The attitude changes. They see that we are different, that we are happy, and they also, that is what they want. Srila Prabhupada told us, chant and be happy. That's not just a saying like this. Prabhupada gives this as an instruction, as an order. Chant and be happy. We are supposed to be happy. We should endeavor to be happy. Unfortunately, for myself, I only try to be happy when I'm out trying to sell prasadam. When you go to the people, you have to be happy, so that the book distributors, they know this. No? That is what everybody wants, to become happy, to be happy. And when people see a person who is happy, then they appreciate it, they like it, they want that, they buy that. So we endeavor to be happy, chant in the mind, and also loud if possible, kirtan, some nice, enthusiastic melodies, to become happy. Think of Krishna, pray to Krishna, please help me, intensely, and in kind of fruitive mentality. We are trying to be happy. We are trying to be happy. We pray the Lord to make us happy, to help us. And in this way, we are happy, at least for that time. But we should always be happy if we are able, if we endeavor, and if we are able to always think of Krishna, memorizing the remembering the deity, or just Prabhupada says to think of Krishna means to chant in the mind or out loud, to always have Krishna in the mind in any form, neither his name or the deity or instructions. We should if we always think of Krishna, then naturally we are happy. If we are in contact with Krishna, Krishna is Rama, the supreme bliss, the source of all happiness. Satchit Ananda Vigraha. And also we are Satchit Ananda. Our Vigraha is also Satchit Ananda in the spiritual world. We are in our spiritual body. We are serving Krishna in a body that is eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss. And when we allow Krishna to be in our heart, when we remember him, we become happy. We will be happy. We are satisfied. We are satisfied, and not just satisfied. We are happy. There was one devotee long time ago, Krishna Ananda was his name. When we chant the Gayatri also, we meditate on the spiritual masters, Krishna Ananda. Somebody who is in Ananda by the association with Krishna. Ananda, there is no word in the Western realm for Ananda. Ananda, complete happiness, complete pleasure, complete bliss, unlimited happiness, through the association of Krishna. And we should, Prabhupada wants us to endeavor for that, to endeavor to be happy, chant and be happy. In this way, we are able to influence the people who are out there and who actually have nothing in life. Only they are spiritual beings, they are parts of Krishna, they are servants of Krishna. Everybody. And fallen into illusion, trying to be God himself, trying to take the place of Krishna, playing around like a small child who hasn't developed so much intelligence yet. They are playing with their material playthings. Oh, yes. House. Oh, yes, I got this car. And, oh, friends, just see, yes, our new furniture. All these things, all this material. Oh, here, my cell phone. Did you see my cell phone? All these material playthings. It's actually, it's not for us. We as spiritual beings, we cannot really enjoy matter. Once Prabhupada gave the example I heard in the class. You fill your car with gasoline. And if a living being tries to enjoy matter, the body enjoys matter, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. But the living entity does not get happiness from this. As the body is material, we are spiritual. We will not become happy by whatever luxury we get, whatever, but by whatever things we get, we will not become. All of this does not make us happy. We can buy whatever what we want, producing, consuming. We can buy whatever we want. It will not make us really happy. It will not make us satisfied. You buy something, and oh yeah, and after a short time, it's not. It doesn't give us the kick anymore. All of this doesn't make us happy. Prabhupada said it's like as if the driver of a car, sorry, would also drink gasoline. Doesn't work. It's not good. No? Similarly, we will not become happy by these material things. Sorry, the people outside, they have only matter. They don't have any spiritual sources of enjoyment. They have they have no bliss out there. When the devotees come and show them by Harinam, show them by Kirtan, or by performing devotional service on the street, by offering books. When they see this, they appreciate it. This people who are a little sane in the mind, who are little mature, like a ripe apple on a tree. When they see the devotees acting, they realize this is something good. They appreciate it. And then their mind changes and they become ready for Krishna consciousness, become ready for accepting Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said our program is sorry, I'm a little tired. Prabhupada said our mantra is Sarva Sukhino Bhavantu. What does it mean? Yes. Sarve, everybody, Sukhino, happiness. Bhavantu, yes. May everybody become happy. That's our mantra, that's our program. That's our program. May everybody become happy. That's what we are working for. We should develop this attitude of being compassionate with everybody in this material world, also with ourselves, and trying to help them by engaging in devotional service, which will make everybody happy. If they give something, if they hear the mantra, if they get some prasadam. Just 4 days ago, I heard in the class, I heard Prabhupada say, how much prasadam did you distribute? Krishna is interested in that. He wants this also. So we read about these activities of Prahlad Maharaj, and we try to follow in his footsteps and to take on his mood to help everybody in this world, so that their attitude changes from enviousness, unhappiness, to love for everybody else and to complete happiness. Is there any question about this? No question. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Rama. Thank you for your patience. Yeah. Mm. Well, let's see. Who is that? Tolstoy? As long as there are as long as there are slaughterhouses, there will also be war fields. It all comes back. On the other hand, if somebody attacks, it is you have the right to kill, and it's your duty to kill the aggressor. I'm just hearing Prabhupada's classes on the Gita, and the beginning of the Gita, Krishna instructs Arjuna. It's your duty to fight for the right thing, to defend the interests, to defend your proper interests. And what can we do? This situation in this world is kind of out of our reach. We don't have so much influence yet to influence the leaders of the states. The devotees are distributing prasad as much as possible, books, preaching in temples. That is our program, and that is what changes the heart of the face of the earth. Prabhupada went to Russia. And he saw that the people there are very unhappy. He saw by the godlessness, atheism there. Program is atheism. That by that people are very unhappy there. Shyamasundar, he was Prabhupada's servant. He walked around trying to get some food, some rice, some milk, and he hardly vegetables. It was very difficult to get some things. Also in former German democratic republic, many things were not there. Basic things were very cheap, bread and things, but they didn't have so much. Proprietorship turns sand into gold. It is that if somebody, that's the capitalism and liberty towards religion allows people to have more things. So in Russia, the people didn't have many things. By Krishna's arrangement, one person, Shyamasundar, he met two boys, the son of the Indian ambassador and one Anatoly. And they were interested. They saw him walking around in his dhoti, shaved, and he took them to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada preached to this boy, Anatoly. She preached to him for quite some time. And they had to, after they left, Prabhupada didn't have the time to teach them many practical things, but Prabhupada saw it as the chance to enter into Russia, enter like a needle, come out like a plow, and he sent one Mataji. I don't remember her name. Mandakini Mataji. He sent. Prabhupada asked who is ready to go to Russia and marry one boy there for the sake of preaching. And she volunteered. She had never seen him, But to please Srila Prabhupada, she volunteered and she went to Russia. Here I am. And Anatoly, they married. So she was allowed to stay in Russia. Otherwise, people had to leave after a few days again. And she was staying there and kind of training this boy, Anatoly, in all affairs of devotional life. And he became a real devotee. By later, he was initiated. And he was the one person who started this movement in Russia. And now there are so many thousands of devotees. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, the first country to become Krishna conscious will be India, and then Russia, and then Prussia. And one sometimes Prabhupada said in Russia there are, anyway, there are some demoniac species. They're trying to spread their influence there, suppressing God consciousness. But there are also so many persons who are very pious. Before this communist revolution, Russia was called Holy Russia. They still have these churches. There are these fantastic, beautiful churches made with so much devotion. And still, people in the hearts of devotees, still they are very much inclined. Many, many, many devotees join there. And Prabhupada said, first India, then Russia, and then? No, Prussia. First Russia, first India, then Russia, and then Prussia. Berlin was the capital of Prussia formerly. East Germany up to Poland. My father, he came from a village near Königsberg, Kaliningrad now, no? Prussia. This area, there are also many devotees will come. So by the influence of one person, so many people have become devotees. Prabhupada said this third world war, it will take place only if sets of my books are distributed in Russia, then it will not take place. That happened. The influence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there everywhere. We see ourselves as being weak, but the plan of Krishna is that everybody will become happy, and it's taking part. It's taking place. Just wait and see. Yeah, Pada Sadhguru. Contribute, you said? Or yes. How can we contribute to the happiness of the living entities in this world? By giving an example, by becoming happy. Due course of time, Prabhupada wanted this Varnashram to get introduced, so that the people have a certain standard. Everybody should be engaged according to their qualities and inclinations, and people should learn to act properly. You know, how can you be happy if you live like Prabhupada said? That's animal life. If somebody is killing animals, When I went around selling things, collecting for the farm, I came into a butcher shop. I like to go there, although it stinks, because they need it the most. And there was a bowl with Kälberherzen, hearts of calves. How can you become happy if you're ready to kill small calves and all the animals consuming it? Nobody can become happy if people see our example. And slowly it's coming, slowly. Vegetarianism, veganism also is coming. It's not just a fashion, it's increasing. In the shops you see these vegan steaks, vegan fried chicken, all these kinds of things. There's a change. Things are changing slowly. People slowly, it takes place. It's only 500 years now after the start of the Golden Age, but it's taking place. Now, so many people, they have a Sika. If you walk around, some kind of weird, they try to show their individuality by showing some unique hairstyle. Oh, these Hare Krishna people, that's different. I also want to do something like this. And many people, I saw a photo of a policeman bringing a criminal into the courtroom. A photo from the back. Both of them had a Sika. No. It's slowly Krishna consciousness is appearing. And we just go on. Although it looks like we're not successful, but if we are trying to give a good example, practicing Krishna consciousness nicely, being happy, showing people showing people compassion by being happy, by being natural and public, and performing our duty, whatever it is, enthusiastically. What else can we do? Sorry. Short. Yeah. Yeah. Ha! They put. So, during some music, what was it? Goa Festival? No, what? It was a Goa festival. People, the devotees go there, distribute prasadam, and the people, they are dancing and doing their thing, consuming. And they started to put on tilak with mud. Sika, tilak. What else do you want? Taking prasadam, buying prasadam. Prabhupada said how to say? The imitation of a good thing is also very good. If they just imitate, it's very nice. It's the beginning. They're ready. They're opening. Yes. Srila Prabhupada's Hare Krishna movement. Ki Jai. Oh, sorry. One last thing. Today is the appearance day of Rukmini, Krishna's most favorite queen. Sorry, I forgot to speak about it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Akhila Prabhu ki jai. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we will serve breakfast now here in the temple room. So I would request you can take quickly darshan, but then start emptying the temple room so we can prepare the lines. So you can sit. Anyway, it's going to be buffet serving. That means we will have 2 big tables there at the back. We make a line and then you can come quickly and then take your seats. In case it fills up here, you can also go downstairs, and there's also the prasadam room downstairs where you can also sit down and take prasadam. Okay, so we can chant now already. Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmani Vaishnave Svalpa Punyavatam Rajam Vishvasana Vijayate Sharira Vidyajal Jyotindriyata Hikal Jivepele Vishayasagore Dharmadi Jivayati Lobhamoy Sudurmati Takiyata Kutina Samsare Gauribari Jiva Joy Swaprasada Nadilabai Sayanam Amrita Pao Radha Krishna Gunago Premidako Chaitanya Nitai Jai Nimai Jai Nitai Nrsimha Mahaprasadam Ki Gauranga. So just please devotees, if you're not taking darshan, please empty the temple room. If you're not taking darshan, please empty the temple room. You want to do photos? Chinmoy? Du musst noch Fotos machen.
Einige haben selber um 10 Uhr schon in der Küche und vielleicht, wenn du das kurz sagst,
Okay.
dürfen erst jetzt.
So any devotees who are doing service in the kitchen at 10 o'clock, you can come first to take prasadam, so you're on time for your seva. So please exit the temple room if you're not taking darshan. Why are you close again? He was repairing something?
I don't know.
No?
I have no idea, but I can give you answer.
Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. geht beides. Machen wir so. Darshan, wo ist der Socket dafür? Ist es der? Ja, aber hier? Weil hier ist es.
Genau.
Ah, da geht nicht. Ah, okay.
Ja, genau.
Kannst du den Link auf unsere Matchland-Seite? Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we'll continue now with the Sankirtan seminar. So we can start with some kirtan, and then Sankirtan devotees are welcome to just share their realizations and exchange bliss, stories, anecdotes, experiences, ecstasy. Thank you. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna